Yo, We'll see you in 3 hours. We'll see you in 3 hours.
I need weapons. We can land here.
Nothing is more boring than frying chicken. All right. So this is it. Like, what did Asian stir fry do? The first, see, like when I talk about like elasticity, I mean like it's gonna bounce, you know, like. So seasoning wise, use fish sauce, but we were just talking about this on the other episode. That this is basically English fish sauce, Worcestershire sauce. Let's do a little soy sauce. Tiny bit of sugar. Maybe some vinegar, why not? Just a little bit of this. Not a ton because, you know, we're playing with the little ones here. Why am I using chopsticks, you might
The
ask?
safe zone is collapsing.
Make a point? No. I just can't find anything else. The more I think about it as like the hair of an angel, the less I'm into that name. Okay. Right now that tastes like... oh my god. Way too much oyster sauce. This is the only downside to Angel Hair is like... really rush everything.
Reloading.
It's all tangled up like this. People are always asking us in the comments and in DMs what the pans are we're using. These are Meyer non-stick woks, and I love this for just everyday cooking. I cook probably
Reloading. Cover me.
65% of meals in this exact pan
Changing mag. Cover
because
me.
it's got this super wide flat base that it's kind of like a hybrid between a skillet and a wok. It is not a real wok. It is not a 60,000 BTU wok, but it really does the job for like big family-sized portions. And I will tell you
Cover
this:
me.
there is no better popcorn pan on earth. And I have used every pan in my house to make popcorn, and the pop-through rate I get on this bad boy, for somebody like me who's cooking for 4 people at every single meal, a big fat non-stick wok is ideal. So you can get one as well using this link. It just has like that very light, I know it's not just curry, that garam masala flavor, curry powder. There's no resemblance to an Italian pasta. I sort of hope you can see this. Like, I hope you can see how Asian these noodles are acting. Like, they're just working super hard. They're obsessed with what their parents think about them. They're springing their mouths, they're chewing. But that is the dish. That's it. Stir-fried angel hair pasta. But there it is. My reference point for these noodles is Singapore curry noodles. My favorite part about this, and the reason why I think it works for my daughter, is I taste it, I'm getting ready for like that build of heat, spiciness, and then it just never comes. My daughter legitimately is very into this. She would be mad if I told her I said she wants this every day. My daughter doesn't want anything. But once every week and a half, she'll gobble this up with her lunch, and it holds super well. Again, angel hair. Dirt cheap. Easy to find, easy to have around, and acts super, super Asian. Yeah, it's a delicious dish. It's a wonderful noodle. I think it's a really Italian. Make that at home and windmill time. Later.
Finding forms for new car insurance rates can take forever. Log into a Credit Karma to show you personalized rates from top providers so you can get to the coverage you need ASAP. Download the app to get started.
If you feel held back by the weight of financial decisions, we can give you the tools to help you break free. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can join.
Babies don't ever stop. And behind them is an unstoppable Pampers 360 diaper with up to 100% leak-proof fit. Because they're Pampers behind every baby. Now with new easy out taps.
Here in Texas, you can always expect sunshine, wide open roads, and a whole lot of swagger. You can always expect to get a great deal on a new Ford from your friends here at Paris Ford. We make buying easy with competitive pricing and flexible financing options. With friendly customer service focused on you. During our fall Ford kickoff, get $14,239 off MSRP plus 0.9% financing for 36 months on a new 2025 F-150 Lariat. Our brand is built on family, tradition, and trust. Paris Ford.
Nothing's more boring than frying chicken.
got my dog tags.
Hi, this is Wing Meal Time. My name is Christine. Today I'm going to be showing you a few variations on the beloved slider.
Thanks.
Wait for the revive.
The first one I'm going to show you today is a little off book, a little non-traditional slider. It's not a cheeseburger.
Let's
This is
go.
a pork burger that I actually learned from Dave Chang. Dave learned this recipe from Phyllis Willis was the wife of and founding, one of the founding farmers of Nyman Ranch, one of the sort of most important pork farms in American history. Phyllis taught this pork burger recipe to Dave when he visited Nyman Ranch many years ago, and it's very, very delicious. I've had it a lot in my house. And it's dead simple, and for me, a pork burger was something kind of newish. And it probably is not something that is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a slider. So this is about a pound of ground pork. So yeah, so Phyllis and her I think husband were the founding farming family of Nyman Ranch. And Nyman Ranch was the first, at least for me, when I started cooking professionally in the very early dawnings of the 2000s. Nyman Ranch is the first time I ever even understood that there was differences in quality of pork. The first time I had a Nyman Ranch pork chop, I was like, oh, this tastes completely different than anything I've ever what I'm used to. And they ushered in so many different farms that would go on to make amazing pork, and so obviously they cooked pork well, and Dave was talking about having this sort of classic recipe. I think you can still find this recipe on the Nyman Ranch website. In the original recipe, they use saltines to fill out this pork burger. We have saltines. Buttery Ritz crackers.
Guarding this
Instead,
spot.
but I think it will be fine.
Vending machine
So
here.
to about a pound of pork, I would say maybe a little less than a pound. Half an onion, throw an egg in there. Find it. I already put some salt and MSG in there to season. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crackers that I'm just gonna crush in there. And this serves obviously the same purpose as breadcrumb or anything like rice or whatever you would add to a meatball mixture. Sort of another couple crackers. And then just gonna squish and mix. It's a splash of milk too. Good footage right here. I'm so sorry about that, everybody. I'm so sorry. But yeah, the sliders are, to me, I say parachute meal. I know there's nothing like, oh my god, this guy serves hamburgers to his children? Wow, that was so innovative. No, we don't generally eat hamburgers. But we almost always have a bag of King's Hawaiian in the fridge or the freezer. And then typically I've got a little 1 pound brick of ground beef in the freezer or in the fridge, or a little brick of ground pork.
The airdrop is coming.
And if it's 1:15 in the afternoon and I'm taking a look at the rest of my work day, I'm thinking to myself, oh man, there's no way I'm going to get home early enough to make dinner.
Airdrop has been delivered.
I didn't really plan anything. I'll text my wife and say can you pull out a brick of meat to defrost or something? And then you can always have this. And we do sliders rather than, burger night, because 1, nobody can tell how many I've eaten. And 2, I don't know. It's just, I find it's another thing with the kids where all the difference in the world is made by the size and shape and presentation of the thing. There's something my kids are really into, I don't know what your kids are too, but my kids are excited, oh, that's so cute. If I give them a little cute one, they're more likely to eat it than if I give them a full-size one. Alright, so this is the pork mix. Again, it was onion, so most of a brown stock of Ritz, about a pound of ground pork, an egg, just do 2 eggs. Splash of milk, salt, MSG, and half an onion. And we're just going to treat this like a burger from here. A little patty. And I was going to do this. You guys brought out these cast irons for me to do this on, which, you know, I was trying to shoot for perfection. I would do cast iron, you know, you're going to get nice crust on there. It's going to be more likely to be non-stick, but
Airdrop
I'm trying to
incoming.
be true to life here. I don't like cleaning up my cast iron after, so I'm not busting it out for Tuesday night dinner. You can save this will hold in the fridge. Also, it doesn't have to be a pork burger. You fry this and cook it in some tomato sauce, and maybe you got a meatball. There's not a lot going on here. There's not a bunch of seasonings in this one. This is just the flavor of good pork. And
Never mind.
you can understand why a pioneering pork hog farming family would have recipes that highlight pork. So I'm gonna, these are pretty close. I'm gonna start toasting our little bunsies here.
Enemy is near.
If I did say they don't like mayonnaise, at least one of them does. But evidence is to the contrary. I was introduced to this recipe when we were doing a recipe club, our podcast episode on ground pork. I think Dave brought this recipe to the table, and I don't know. It occurred to me, I was like, I love pork. Why haven't I ever eaten a pork burger?
Down
It made
to the last
no
5
sense to me
teams.
whatsoever that my favorite of the meats is something that I wouldn't turn into a hamburger. But again, all credit to Phyllis Willis. The burgers, both the light and dignity. One for the our more cooperative, loving child. One for our contrarian, cheese-loving, but not on my burger child.
Hey Cover Girls, be simply ageless at any age from America's #1 anti-aging foundation.
Bring Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence.
A world of skincare and makeup together.
Burst and blend.
A firmer skin. Skin Perfector Essence
From CoverGirl.
Say no to slow at a price that's so low. Get fast Optimum Internet starting at only $40 a month. Act now and get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle on us and a 2-year price guarantee. Plus, get an unlimited mobile line included for 1 year. Call or go online today.
Look, if asthma has you going through it, maybe there's more to it. Let's get to a key source of your asthma inflammation, eosinophils. Enter Nucala.
It isn't your rescue treatment, and it's not a steroid. Nucala is an easy-to-use auto-injector you do just once a month on your time. Nucala targets and reduces eosinophils and helps your symptoms. Think less asthma-related hospital visits, less need for oral steroids, less asthma attacks. Nucala is a once-monthly add-on injection for severe eosinophilic asthma. Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Infections that can cause shingles have occurred.
Don't stop other medicines, including steroids, unless told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. May cause headache, injection site reactions, back pain, and fatigue. Let's get to the source of your asthma. Ask your specialist about Nucala. Also approved as add-on treatment for adults with uncontrolled COPD.
For our next slider, we're gonna go traditional hamburger, hamburger, beef. And this, listen, what am I gonna show you something about making a hamburger you already know?
Can of chicken
Maybe,
soup.
probably not. But worth talking about a couple of things. One,